This is not about the Oklahoma City suburbs. This is about Oklahoma City itself. So let's cover everything that you need to know about living in Oklahoma City. So the population of Oklahoma City itself is right under 1 million. Of course, with all the suburbs involved, it's over 1 million. So I'm not giving the exact numbers because of course these numbers change all the time. However, Oklahoma City did enter the top 20 largest cities by population in the United States in the last year. Top 20. So that's pretty incredible. Living in a metropolitan area means that you get things. You get to enrich your life. You get to learn things. You get to have activities to do. Ultimately, you're wondering what kind of vibe Oklahoma City has. So Oklahoma City is a vibe, in my opinion. It's diligent, creative, and it's slow. So let's check it out. The total land area of Oklahoma City is enormous. It's 621 square miles. And as I've mentioned in other videos, the land area of San Francisco is only about 47 square miles. And that'll help it, be put into perspective for you, just how big the city of Oklahoma City is. On this map, we can see the districts, we can see the outline of the city itself as well. One thing I want to point out is that some of these areas include neighborhoods on 1 acre lots. And usually when you have at least an acre, you'll have your own water well and septic. Not always, but it's typical. The outskirts of Oklahoma City are typically in different school districts also. Living in this eastern area of Oklahoma City, your kids would probably be in Choctaw-Nakoma Park School District, or in this area of Oklahoma City, your kids are going to be in Moore School District. I can go on with this, it's not uncommon at all, but let's move on to what these districts are within the city that give you the vibe that you're looking for. Oklahoma City recognizes 14 districts and all of them have their own planning committees. I've got a download that outlines all 14 districts, plus there's a map and a link for the districts. In this video though, I'm only going to cover a few for an overview. And yes, these are the ones that I'm in the most often. Uptown 23rd is located between 235 and Classen on 23rd Street. So the main draw for this area is going to be the Tower Theater, which has fun themed nights, live music, and a ton of cool indie cinema. Okay, so this is the main draw for this area. Some popular restaurants in this district are going to include Cheever's, Honey Bunny Biscuit Company, and the Pump Bar. When I began hanging out in Oklahoma City in the late 2000s, this was one of the districts I frequented. It looks and feels like a small town downtown, with homes converted into shops and lots of multi-unit housing that was built in the 1920s and 1930s. So the Asian district sits between 23rd Street and 36th on Classen. And it's just what it sounds like. It's the Asian center of Oklahoma City. So basically what happened was after the end of the Vietnam War in 1974, Oklahoma City welcomed Vietnamese immigrants who wanted to come here to flee their country. And they created this amazing district in the middle of Oklahoma City. This district not only houses Asian restaurants, but also a couple of Chinese supermarkets or Asian supermarkets, Vietnamese specifically, and then boba tea shops and some amazing other restaurants like Cafe Cacao, one of our favorite breakfast places. Paseo always feels like another country or another state to me. It's just a little like cool artsy district. It's very walkable, has some really cool houses around it. It's located between 30th and 23rd, just east of the Asian district in OKC. This is where we like to come and explore art galleries. And of course there's lots of good restaurants too, and a cool bookshop that I like. I think what really gives this place its feel is the stucco style buildings instead of the brick. This neighborhood is also incredibly walkable as well. This district is also home to the First Friday Art Walk, which coincidentally is exactly what it sounds like. We have vendors on the street and you walk around and explore all the cool art. This district is just north of Uptown 23rd, and living right in the middle of the two would give you amazing access to both. The Plaza district is one of the quirkiest districts in Oklahoma City, and it originally got its name because of the Plaza Theater, which now is the Lyric Theater. The shops here are really cool as well. Many sell items that are Oklahoma made. Plaza is located on Northwest 16th between McKinley and Kentucky. To me, the Plaza district is one of the most residential friendly districts in all of Oklahoma City. It sits right in the middle of houses, essentially. So it's pretty simple, maybe not easy, simple to find a place in the Plaza district where you could walk down here every single night if you wanted to. Being that Oklahoma City is the capital of Oklahoma, it does tend to be the center of higher education for the state. Both the University of Oklahoma and Oklahoma State University have campuses in Oklahoma City. The University of Oklahoma is of course located in Norman, and Oklahoma State University is located in Stillwater. Oklahoma City University is one of the private higher education options in the city. Oklahoma Christian University is another. There's also Mid-American Christian University and Southern Nazarene University. There are more to mention, but you get the idea. Midtown is located on the north end of downtown Oklahoma City. This is a pretty walkable district. Right now we're standing in the roundabout, which I'll show you here in just a second. Down here we have restaurants, shops, my favorite bookstore of all time. I mean, overall just a really cool spot and great if you want that like city type of living, you know? Like I said, this is a pretty walkable district and you can use the streetcar to get to other parts of downtown as well. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Anything I do it. Ain't nothing to it, just do it. Checks cause I influence. Bank on flow, yeah, fluids. I go dumb, go stupid. You'll probably want to have a job if you live here. I mean, of course, only if you want to, and a good job at that. The top 5 best companies that also happen to be big. These best companies to work for in Oklahoma City include Hobby Lobby, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores, Express Employment Professionals, the international headquarters, Accord Human Resources, and Integris Health. Automobile Alley was originally home to the car dealerships in Oklahoma City, thus the name. Those car dealerships have long since moved to the outskirts of town, or the suburbs, of course. And what we're left with is this cool little district on North Broadway in Oklahoma City. Take mine, what I'm gonna wait for. Put my bros on the pit road. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. I've been blind to it. Yeah. All these suckers, all these buses, all these leeches, now I'm not blind to it. I mentioned earlier that I have a download of the map of Oklahoma City districts, what they are. You can find the links for all the information. That same download has a list of homes in brand new neighborhoods or nearly new neighborhoods that you can purchase. Most of these homes are going to be between $250,000 and $500,000. So it's a list of like the neighborhoods, the builders, and all the different homes in the suburbs because there's not a lot of new homes in Oklahoma City. I also include a list of private schools in that download if that interests you. So you're going to find the link to the download in the description of this video. So you can either wait till the end to find the link or you can scroll down to the bottom where I talk about this video. The public transit system in OKC is called Embark. This system includes bus routes all over Oklahoma City and to the suburbs, or some of them as well. Routes are based on street names and you can pay per ride or get daily, monthly, or weekly unlimited passes. The OKC streetcar system is relatively new, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say I haven't ridden on it yet, but I do see the value of the system. For instance, you can travel from Midtown all the way down to Bricktown, which would be a great option if you're living in Midtown and want to travel to Bricktown for, say, an NBA game at the Paycom Center. I'll be honest with you, it would be incredibly difficult to center all of your transportation needs around the public transportation system in Oklahoma City. You can do it, for sure, but most people do find it easier to operate with a car or at least a bike. Like we mentioned earlier, OKC is really big, and with that comes a decent amount of recreational activities that you can do with your family in the city. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. Some of the more popular things to do are whitewater rafting and rowing or boating on the river. There's this huge outdoor skate park as well. It's amazing, with 26,000 square feet of courses for skaters. Oklahoma City has 5 public golf courses within city limits. There are 80 miles of trails connected through the city as well. And of course, Scissortail Park. Out of sight, out of mind, on my way. So Scissortail Park is located in downtown Oklahoma City, as you can see with the Devon Tower behind me, and this is the crown jewel of the Oklahoma City park system. As far as other family activities in Oklahoma City, these will most likely revolve around festivals and markets. The most notable big activities for kids are Frontier City, which is a small amusement park on I-35 in North Oklahoma City, the OKC Zoo, and then Hurricane Harbor, which is a water park located on the west side of OKC on I-40. These aren't the only activities for your family, however, these are really popular ones. And going to an NBA game is a big deal in OKC. This is a perfect family activity. OKC does have some really interesting and unique museums, and museums, of course, are really my jam. The top of my list is the Oklahoma City Museum of Art, most notably the glass art by Dale Chihuly. This exhibit is incredible, and if you need an otherworldly experience, this is it. The Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum is one of the top 10 museums in the nation. Visiting here is a somber event. This tragedy taught us so many lessons and affected hundreds of thousands, even if the death toll was only 168 people. One of my favorite newer spots is the Oklahoma City Contemporary Art Museum. As of now, this museum has free admission and the exhibits are amazing, usually highlighting art that touches Oklahoma directly. The National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum has a beautiful campus. It's very popular and is so on topic for the area. The mission of this museum is to preserve the history and interpret the heritage of the American West. I'm confident this is not enough information for you to have to move to Oklahoma City. However, I did the very best that I could. So be sure to check out some more of my videos and don't forget about that download that has a list of new houses, a list of private schools, and a list of those Oklahoma City districts. I'll see you next time.